everyone. Welcome to FXAQ. Today I have Alex Chea. He's the CEO, managing partner of Catalyst Futures. Thanks for joining me today, Alex.
Nice to see you, Fred.
Yeah,
How is everything going?
very good. And I understand you wrote a book about the CFST trading exam,
That's right. That's right. It's right here.
Systematic
No
Trading, the
promotion at
official guide.
all.
Wow,
Systematic trading.
wow, that's great.
So,
So,
so this is a exam preparatory book. It's a comprehensive book that covers all what you need to know to pass the Certified Systematic Trading exam, the CFST exam.
wow. Okay, that's great. And that you'll get a full certification when you go through the course. And I
Yeah,
understand it's a two-step test, right?
that's right. The CFST is an exam geared towards financial professionals in the futures industry. It covers derivatives from FX, futures, options on futures, and it's really a preparation to work in the industry for people who want to start working in the industry, prove to employers that they know what they're talking about. So it covers regulation, it covers specifications of contracts, of derivatives contracts. It covers some macroeconomics, some trading systems, on how to design trading systems. It's a very comprehensive test divided into two parts. The first part is more driven to sales and compliance people working in sales and compliance. So it covers like the more characteristics, the compliance and specifications. And the second part, which you can only do after you pass the first one, it's geared towards more like risk management and trading professionals who need to know more about designing trading systems and how macroeconomics affects the prices of futures, the precification of options. So this is also covered in the second part of the exam.
That's great. I mean, it's a great tool for all the volatility that's going on in the markets over the last, geez, I would say last several years. There's a lot of opportunity, trading opportunities, and this will give people who are new to the industry a real leg up on how to get involved
That's
and
right, and you know that it's so polluted, the market with content that makes absolute nonsense about trading. People trying to trick you into day trading stocks or forex, and this is like this is really a professional guidance rather than trying to trick you into trading. That's basically what it
yeah,
is.
and it's not just over the counter FX, it's futures as well, it's options. You have a real well-rounded course
It
that you've
prepares you
developed.
to work in the industry, not to speculate.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah. And even if you're not fortunate enough to get a job right away, it'll give you the ability to understand what's going on in the macro world, understand what the financial pundits are saying, and maybe hopefully trade your own account
Yeah,
until that opportunity arises, right?
absolutely. If you like, Fred, I can mention a little bit about the actual content here, so people can, your listeners can understand what is exactly how in depth it is, right?
Hmm.
So, first of all, the exam is applied by a company called Prometric, which has test centers, I think, in over 180 countries. So,
Wow,
if somebody is in India, in South Africa, in Brazil, North America, they can go to a test center
really
in
has a
their
global reach.
closest city, sit for an exam, and it's very formal actually. So you can't take your calculator, you can't take electronic devices to help you
You
out.
can't have your cousin or your daughter take that test
No,
for you, right?
no. You show your passport, and then you sit in front of a computer, and the test will run for you. So Prometric is a very serious test company. They also apply many of the most famous tests in the world, like for English language or financial certifications as well.
So,
So
Alex, I just want to stop you for a minute before you get into the details. This is very much like the CFA program, with a much lesser cost. Is that true? Am I seeing that? Well, like a stepping stone to CFA,
I it is, well, it is a financial certification as well,
right?
like the CFA. However, the CFA covers the structure of the financial markets, covers bonds, covers equity valuation. So it's really it's more geared towards research analysts, equity research analysts, or people working more with equities, with private equity, with the capital markets, right? Whereas the CFST is geared toward derivatives. It's completely focused on futures and derivatives around the futures.
And traders and risk managers, right?
So it's a more niche and more specific type of certification, which I think it's great for people that want to work in this particular niche of the industry, because there is not much other certification that focuses on that part. So, for example, chapter 2 of the book covers derivatives compliance. So the test taker, the student will go through the Commodities Exchange Act in the United States, the NFA rules. NFA is the National Futures Association, which is
Yeah.
a regulatory body in the United States. Exchange rules, like for like cross trading or
Margin.
wash trades, markets regulation to understand the exchange rules, mostly about the CME or the ICE exchange, how the prices are formation process, like an auction works in the futures. And then it covers also, which is different from the famous Series 3 exam, that it covers European regulation for derivatives. So Euronext, London Metals Exchange, emerging markets regulations, so Brazil, Bombay, Dubai, and Singapore. So the exchange rules are covered in the compliance section. Then we go
So,
to the
as you mentioned before, very comprehensive.
super
It's
comprehensive.
Yeah, global in sight. Yeah,
The book, the preparation book, it's not that thick. It's thick, but not that much.
it's
It's
textbook.
about
Yeah, it's a textbook.
250 pages exactly. Not the end of the world. And then we go to market fundamentals, which basically call types of markets, types of traders, types of contracts, how economics, the basic of economics, like central banks, Phillips curve, inflation, employment, income, bonds and currencies, foreign exchange market structure, and there is some about the cryptocurrency economics as well. So that's mostly what is for the level 1 exam. So chapters 2 and 3, and a little bit of chapter 4, which is futures and forwards pricing and risk. So what is a spot contract? What is a futures contract? What's a pip value, a tick value, margin leverage spreads, forward contracts, FX forwards, commodities, stock forwards, and so on. Uh,
I-
so
I've I've been in the trading markets for over 40 years, and it seems like I have to take this test again. There's a lot going on there. It's
yeah,
very comprehensive.
this is level 1. And
Yeah.
then, because of course, if somebody's a salesperson about futures or FX contracts, they need to know how the market works, how the price
Yeah,
is determined, what's the regulation,
absolutely.
right? And then for level 2, it's more technical in terms of trading and risk. So you got like options pricing risk, price components, volatility, theoretical pricing models, black skulls, spreads, the Greeks, uh, and then you have some data analysis and stochastic methods. So what's the time series data, cross-sectional regression, and then chapter 7, which is the last one, it's algorithmic trading systems, which You were introduced to the principles of designing a trading system, like building the flow charts of decision making. What does it mean? Like how the order book is constructed. A bit about programming languages for trading, which like C++ and a bit of basics of object-oriented programming, and then the fixed protocol, which is the most used protocol to date. A little bit of how that works, the fixed message, how it is structured.
Right.
So basically, this is it. This is the content of the exam. So the question, I think it's 40 questions each.
Now, if the test taker, if he takes level one, does he immediately know whether he passes or not? And can he
Oh,
take
instantly
instantly?
he'll get on screen if he passed or not. There is an option to do like a proctor instead of going to the test center if for whatever reason that's inconvenient. Then you get on your computer. They have some rules, like you cannot be looking around. Like if they
Right.
detect there is another person present in the room, or if you are consulting something, you will be immediately disqualified. But there is an opportunity to take remotely if you are on a remote place in the world.
So if you take test one and you pass immediately, you can immediately sit for test two. It's not like you have to come back to the test site
Oh
twice.
no, no, not at all. You can immediately. You can even do the test two without a test one as well, and however you like, really.
Okay. And if someone fails test one, can they retake it?
Yeah, as many times as they want.
Okay.
You only get a certification, the full certification, the CFST designation. So CFST stands for Certified Future Systematic Trader, and you can use this acronym in your signature, for example, to show that you have been certified, right? So you have level one and level two, and then you can use this. Each exam is 40 questions, multiple choice questions, and you need to score 70% on each one of the exams to pass. So from the 40 questions, you need to make 28 right. That's a rule. The test bank is thousands of questions, which are randomly selected every time, but with a specific number for each topic. So you need to master.
So each user will have a unique test, essentially, right?
Exactly, exactly. No prerequisites. You don't need to have a bachelor degree or anything like this. You can just go to the test.
Now, if
Yeah,
an applicant gets the CFT certification and they go to employer, and the employer says, "Show me what exactly a CFTC can you provide that the outline of the course and what the certification entails?"
absolutely,
So to the
absolutely.
employer as well.
Yeah, no. Employers really value that certification. If they are not aware of the certification, you just let the Catalyst Futures know what's going on, and then we'll communicate with the employer saying like all what you have been certified on.
Right. Send out the syllabus of the course, and
Exactly. Exactly.
that's very impressive. It is. I mean, it must have taken a while to build that database for the book and for the questions, and it's very impressive.
Yeah, it's about 3 years work for sure to build all this here.
And it's very timely with the volatility that's going on in financial markets, spot interest rates, metals, crypto. Everybody wants to be involved in crypto, and there's so many charlatans out there that pump and dump schemes. It gives someone a real understanding of
Yeah.
what trading is all about, what risk is all about, and what the regulations are all about.
We haven't talked about the examination cost. It's 350 euros each level, which is already a very competitive price in
Hmm.
terms of certification. Most certifications for finance are over $1,000, 1,000 euros. So it's 350 each level, and there is an amazing partnership with FXAQ, which we should talk about. FXAQ being a prop trading firm where
Explain what a
you
prop trading firm is, because I get asked that a lot. What's the difference between a prop trading firm and a traditional brokerage account?
a prop trading firm, you don't really. It's not an account that you open for trading. You pay a fee to participate in a trading challenge, in a trading contest, right?
Simulated trading environment
And then
with
you
live
get a
data.
simulated trading environment. They give you some targets in terms of risk and return that you need to perform to pass that challenge. And if you pass that challenge, basically, if you prove that you are a good, consistent, profitable trader and you understand managing risks, they actually give you a funding account with their own money on it, right? Um,
So you're not risking your own money in order to start. You're just buying into this opportunity.
Precisely, the risk would be the fee that you paid to join the challenge, right? But the great thing about this partnership with FXAQ is that the fee will cover your test taking costs.
Wow.
So, which if you were taking the test, you have the cost anyways. So it's a great idea to be able to learn and practice at the same time, you know.
Right.
So you learn the theory, you learn regulation, you learn strategy, and you apply it immediately with FXAQ by in a simulated environment. And well, if you learn well, you will pass that as well and maybe get funded immediately and get a profit share of that funding account. So
So FXAQ, in a sense, is it's a prop account. It's a prop trading platform. It's also an education platform, and it's a certification engine. So it really is three layers in one, right?
exactly. Look, I think if there's something I learned through my both academic and professional careers, that if you're just learning something without putting it to practice, it becomes so boring and senseless, right? So you need to learn and put into practice immediately. So and I think FXAQ offers 3 or 4 different trading platforms in terms of technology that you're able to use. So if you are a systematic trader, which CFST stands for, you could already like build your trading system and test and put it there into practice and make it happen as you learn, right?
And if you're just a discretionary trader, you'll learn the markets, understand a little bit about the macro environments, what that involves.
Exactly, exactly. Well, while this is geared to systematic traders, it covers a lot about macroeconomics. Is an interesting point you made. First, nowadays macroeconomics is a lot about quantitative as well because you need to see time series of inflation of currency prices to understand the whole dynamic. So one of the things that the market fundamentals section of the test covers is like the Phillips curve, which is an essential tool to understand economics and inflation. Then exchange rate determination theories, the Dornbusch overshooting model, which is a very strong currency model, and as well as data analysis. So you can do like regressions on economic data and trade perhaps long-term trends as well. Why not?
So you really don't need a lot once you go through the book and understand what's going through. You don't need a heavy duty computer. You just need a basic laptop to run some of your to log on. You could even log on from your phone. I understand, right? FXAQ has a
Yeah,
mobile
yeah,
access,
yeah. I think those platforms are all available on a phone as well. Yeah, and then
so it
and
makes
then
it very easy.
with the
Yeah.
certification, you learn about risks. There's another thing. Maybe you are right about what's the direction of gold or euros or stocks, but if you don't know risk management, you blow your account anyways.
I've seen that so many times where people have an idea, they'll put on, some of these unscrupulous brokers will allow clients to trade at 500 to 1 or 1,000 to 1. Immediately you have a one pip move, at the smallest, and the client is liquidated because they're over leveraged.
Yeah, and what it is really is a lack of understanding of the contract, the specifications, the risk, you know.
Hmm.
So you will learn this so that you can put your ideas into a risk management perspective and do profitable trading. Mm.
So to sum up, if you sign up one of the three challenges at FXAQ, depending on what it is, from my understanding, um, the lower challenges don't offer the full cost of the test. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, FXAQ needs to cover their own costs as well for
Right.
offering all this technology. So of
So if
course
you
they need to make up a little bit for the cost of the test.
and with FXAQ, you'll get you'll get the understanding of what's going through the course. So you'll understand the fundamentals, the historical, the you'll get the book and understand the course, and you'll also have the ability to trade that on the trading platform. Uh, the idea of prop trading has really taken off over the last, I would say, probably 5 years. The idea that clients don't need to open up an account with, $5,000 and trade. They can open up a challenge for $1,000 or $1,500, and given the same ability. But what separates FXAQ, you not just opening up a challenge and walking in blind with your eyes closed. You really have a leg up. You're understanding the fundamentals of what makes the market move, how it moves, and then you can put that, as you said earlier, all into practice. So it really is it's an educational tool. It's a trading platform. It encompasses it all.
And they have spot foreign exchange. They have futures as well in the platform. Indices, commodities. It's all available there for you to practice and build your strategies.
That's great. That's a great opportunity. And what I would suggest is you and I should sit down and do some of these videos on each chapter and discuss in more detail. So that would be a little bit more content that the user might be able to get.
Absolutely. I will
Would
be
you be
very
up for
happy to
that?
do this. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can go through each chapter and talk a little bit. So we'd have a little 15, 20-minute segment on a chapter and talk about some of the regulations, talk about some of the details on the macro side, and put some information out. I think it's a great opportunity for someone looking to get into the financial markets. If you're looking for a second career, if you're looking for just to learn. I have a friend who's an economics professor, and he says he's amazed every time he finishes his class at the end of the course. Students will come up and say, "I didn't realize how much I didn't know." So so with a course like this, even people who think they understand the markets very well, it gives them a great opportunity. Well, Alex, it really has been insightful. It really has been, a great talking to you, and I look forward to promoting FXAQ, the CFST exam, and Catalyst Futures. So let's do this again soon.
Absolutely. Great to speak to you, Fred. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Cheers.